It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
In the background, a bunch of fucking crazy air noises.
Nah, you good, mate. We're just learning about the Laurence brothers and how successful they are of being awesome.
This is perfect because while you're doing that, that gives me a moment to write a synopsis of a movie I didn't write.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I did not write one either, so it's okay.
This one, yeah, I got fucking busy. This one's coming off the cuff, and I don't care.
Well,
Like,
we can
it's still
save
gonna
it.
be-
We can just
No,
pitch.
but it's still gonna be fire though.
Fair
I
enough.
only write fire.
Fever pitch. I love it.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, we were just learning about the Laurence brothers and just like they're from Philly, which I didn't know.
I do know that. I know that.
Yeah, I feel like I knew that before.
I know that just because Joey Lawrence is always talking about the Eagles and shit. Which is fine.
What a Joey Lawrence move. I'm going no glasses today. I'm gonna go blind. I'll probably.
At least you don't have a whole lot to look at.
Just Adam's keep faith in your little fire faith. He just turns the camera. Like, that's still one of my favorite parts of that. Fuck, Dave. When I get drunk, I always watch that video you put on YouTube.
That's silliness.
Like, check out my sweet dice moves. And it's one of my favorite videos. And then you go, Adam. He's a hungry boy, and he just looks over at the camera and just goes, oh, just real quick, just a random moment. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a silly fucking video. That shit was just chaotic as fuck.
Yeah, man. It perfectly encapsulated the D&D nights. I was like, God damn. Which, hey,
absolutely.
We'll have to. I think, come December, we could possibly look at firing it up for next year. Some dungeons, some Day and Dragons.
Day and Dragons.
Hold up.
What's up now, Adam?
Hold the front door.
What did you just discover?
Hold the front door. 1 second here. 1 second.
He's found something. This is a man who's just been.
Oh, I found something.
You know when Charlie Day has like all the shit up and he's like doing all the connections? That's what Adam's got going right now with the Laurence Bros.
Oh, the Laurence brothers made a music group called Still 3, and this is their hit single.
I can't. All right. I'm gonna have to play this afterwards because I'm recording and I don't want to fucking have the video flagged. But that's pretty fucking.
I listened to a little snippet of it, and oh boy.
So you're saying it's hot fire?
Hot fire.
Or is it dumpster fire?
Give me a second. I'll listen to it here in the background while we're talking. I'll turn it down low.
Turn it down real low so you can hear all the sweet, savory nothingness of the Laurence brothers. What kind of life do you think they have? Where they
an easy one?
A great life.
Do you think it's easy?
Great fucking life.
Or do you think they're like struggling artists still who are just like, I just want to fucking move past like those fucking Disney movies and be like legit now?
No, because they've already been past that shit. They've made their moves and made their decisions. They've gone on to do other things. Same with the fucking the little fuckers from Sweet Life and Zach and Cody. They've made their decisions. Nothing struggling about it. I don't have that fake notion where it's like, oh my god, I'm a celebrity. You wouldn't believe how hard my schedule is. Like, shut up. You make millions and millions of dollars. I don't want to hear your bullshit.
It's all about Sam from, what was that show, Sam and Cat, when she put her nudes up online and got in trouble. That blonde chick.
Well, she quit Hollywood for a different reason though. Hers is all personal. Had nothing to do that she couldn't handle the fame. Like, she never wanted to be famous. Her mom was like a crazy fucking alcoholic who threw her into those shows because she wasn't 18. And she's just like, no, I signed the paperwork. You're gonna do this. You're funny. You're a good actor. You're cute. We can make this work.
I wish
she took all the money, taking care of her fucking. I think it was like her brother, an alcoholic mom or whatever. There's a fucking whole like documentary, little doc story on it. You should watch at some point.
Wait, you're making a fucking downer, man. I was thinking more like the kid from fucking 2.5 Men, who's just like, I'm Christian, born again, and this show is terrible.
Yeah, but fuck him because that show sucked anyway.
That show did suck.
To be real with you, fuck Angus T. Jones.
They're like, let's bring in Ashton Kutcher to try and revamp this show that's already terrible.
Oh yeah, and that I mean it still lasted way longer than it should have even with him. Like there's nothing good about the Ashton Kutcher part of the series, and then they were like pushing that whole he's in the army thing because he didn't really want to be on the show, so now he's like half in the show, half out of the show, and then now his whole life revolves around a fake Christian cult that he's in. I don't mean Christianity's a cult. I mean he found the fake Christian
No,
cult
you're
version
right.
of Christianity.
You're right the first time, but it's fine. No, yeah, it's just like I just laugh because like it seems like a lot of those fucking people from these TV shows. I'm like, I wonder if they're like, fuck it, I'm an artist now. Like, what do you think the kids from Stranger Things are gonna be like in like 10 years? Like anything like Daniel
I mean,
Radcliffe and all them from Harry Potter, because like now they're all like just trying to live their best life. Like I haven't seen
yeah,
Emma Watson
yeah,
in
but
anything
see,
since Sleeping Beauty or no, what was it? Beauty and the Beast.
but
Yeah,
that's kind of
I
nice.
think she quit.
She hasn't quit. She just picks and chooses what she wants. She's such a high name actress. Like she kind of just shows up when she feels like
No,
it. Like
I, I think she kind of retired. Well,
Retired from public life.
at least retired for
well, she did a
a little
bunch of.
bit. She went
Well, I
to,
remember.
I don't know what university, got some kind of degree. She's doing some kind of like activist work or something. I don't know. Something
I
Interesting.
do.
like that.
I do remember that going on, but then before all that, or sorry, after all that was done, she still showed up in This Is the End and did like that Emma Watson cameo, if you remember that, when she
Yeah, when
like
she freaks the fuck out because she
Yeah.
thinks they're gonna rape him, which actually like she was really pissed during filming of that. So like that's a genuine anger reaction.
yeah. So I mean, there was that, and then what was it? Yeah, she did Sleeping Beauty when that was only a few years
No,
ago.
Beauty and the Beast. I fucked you
Beauty
up
and the
by
Beast.
saying
Sorry,
it.
yeah,
Beauty and the Beast.
yeah. That's right. She played Belle.
But and then like you don't see Rupert in anything. Like he has that show with Nick Frost, which is where he pretends like he has cancer or something. It's like some fucked up show like that. That's a comedy.
So, well, he actually had two shows before that that got multiple seasons, if I'm not mistaken, and he was in a couple movies. The
Yeah.
movies were, the movies were more like that random underground British Guy Ritchie type shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like a little passion project type thing where he just wanted to do something different that wasn't, I guess, childish. Like they were all like kind of like more serious type movies, but they weren't huge Hollywood movies.
Hmm.
But now he's still on the main screen. And obviously, Daniel Radcliffe's been doing fucking everything under the sun. He's like, yeah, you want me to do that? I'll fucking do that. I'll touch that water.
I want him to
Dip my
do
toe
more
in.
horror because like he was good in The Woman in Black. Like I thought that was a good movie. I was like, he either needs to like be in more horror or write more horror, or I would love to see him and Elijah Wood in a movie together because they look alike and just like that to be like that to be a joke. Like that would just make me so happy. But yeah, oh
He was
fuck
great in Swiss Army Man.
yeah,
Yeah. Horns was awesome too. I really enjoyed Horns. That
Horns
was the
was really
silliest
good.
movie ever. That shit was so silly, but I loved it.
This is just another day with
David.
Adam.
Elliott. There we go, guys. I'm starting to get the intro somewhere in the 15-minute mark of our show. I feel like that's been my thing of late because I always just push record and then we kind of roll with it and I edit out what I don't want to hear and I keep in what I want. I have the power. I'm the pan now. I have the power. It's been fun though. Like I fucking dude, I honestly like not to be like self-deprecating, but holy fuck, I really laughed listening to us try and figure out shit during the trivia. A lot of stuff now that I listen back is obvious. Like
Not to me.
like some of the costume stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, because you don't give a fuck about 90. I'll say 95% of that. Christmas is your
Yeah,
time to
pretty
shine.
much. Yeah.
Grimace.
Well, I don't know about that one, but
I think
I
so.
just don't know horror movies. That really fucked me. Really
Yeah,
threw me off right to the start.
yeah. But I won't spoil anything. But it was a blast. But
I would, but I know I wanted to come back actually. Now that you said that, when you were talking about the kids from Stranger Things, they all have like crazy individual shit that they're doing too, right?
like the Ghostbusters.
No, 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 not like Ghostbusters. Like the kid with no teeth, he has like a semi-successful band, and so does Finn. They both have separate bands from each other, and they've been touring, doing their whole thing. They all have their own separate movies going on.
11 was in the Godzilla movies.
She was in the Godzilla movies, and she also has some type of fashion shit going on too. She has like a little fashion thing for that tween girl fucking era type. thing for your life because obviously she's a huge star for them.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Keery, you know, you've got Sonic and all the other shit he's doing. He's everywhere. You know, good old Steve. And what's his name?
Will or the other
Yeah,
dude,
not
Finn,
Will.
or
I mean, Will.
the
Will
dude who
isn't.
plays
He's
Will's
still in
brother
shows.
is in a band as well.
See, I didn't know the Cokehead was in a band. I just knew he did coke and that he was in the X-Men fucking movie they did. The New Mutants movie.
Yeah,
He was in that from 2 years ago or whatever.
yeah, he's a coked out punk rocker, bro.
That's what's up, though. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves to have some fun.
I mean, I would. I mean, I would still be like, I would do. No, probably not coke, but like if I was in a successful TV show, man, I think like I would try and diversify my income and then party, like do cameo work because I feel like then you get yourself out there in the public more, and then you can kind of focus on like pushing whatever the fuck you want. But they ought to do is just whatever you do, do not state anything political or anything. That way you don't get on anybody's bad side.
That's right. Don't have a view. All right,
Yeah.
you get in trouble.
It's like if you state any opinions, they'll take you down. Either side. That's why we're successful. We have never once talked anything politics or political or social. We're good
Never.
boys. We're good, clean boys.
But apparently, if you are a celebrity, and maybe you're in the music business, you can have midget wrestling open your concert
Yeah.
instead of actual music,
Yeah.
which is the coolest thing I've ever heard of for
Yeah.
somebody who I don't give two shits about. But I was very impressed to hear that Kid Rock decided to have midget wrestling
Hey,
as the opener to his fucking own concert.
that's pretty awesome. I do. Oh
Well,
my
didn't he
god.
have a midget hype man? I
Yeah,
forget what his name
Joe
was.
C. He died.
Joe
All
C. I
there.
couldn't remember that. Yep.
He died too in
R.I.P.
like
Joe C.
2005 or some shit. Who knows? But
Fair
yeah, I
enough.
remember he died.
R.I.P.
And then that's oh god.
R.I.P. Joe C.
I have to. All right. I still have to figure out how to get the video from you so I can watch it. So we'll figure.
Yeah.
We'll
Get
talk.
that.
We'll talk shop afterwards or
Get a little
text
super
about it.
cut.
Because I just need to witness what you guys witnessed. I saw the Snapchats and I saw them go into the crowd and the one dude fall out of his chair because a midget landed on him, and then it happened again.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it just went back to back. They just kept
It
taking
happened
down the same
quite a few
man.
times.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
I
it
was just I
amazing.
was waiting for that chick to get involved with something.
Don't
I
worry,
thought for
Elliot.
sure.
As he says this, you'll understand who, because I have plenty of video of her running around as well. So you'll find her
No.
very
Was there like
easily.
was there like a crazy person just there?
There was a very drunk fucking girl who was
She
just
was
having the
hammered.
time of her fucking life.
Dude, I would have
Yeah.
too. If I was, I mean, I swear to God, like I wish that took place while I was in PA, because I would have gotten blacked out, fucking drunk for that, and had a great time. Like I gotta go to wrestling here. Like that's what I ought to do. I ought to do the reverse and go to like a shitty local wrestling match here, and we can compare.
Yeah, dude.
It
Fucking
seems like they get around,
Tommy
man. They'll
Dreamer's
probably
gonna be
be.
there in a few weeks.
I
Yeah, that's
know.
right. That other wrestling thing.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
He got
No,
canceled.
Tommy
that's fine.
Dreamer, dude. Dummy.
I know. I mixed up my ECW themes.
You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
Fucking donut. I know. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, David, are we allowed to talk about your personal life? I don't. Did you tell Adam? I mean, I don't have to have
No,
this.
no. I mean, you can tell him now. I mean, I don't mind. I hadn't got into that just yet, but I figured he would know at some point.
This man's has an opposite now. He's got a female in his life.
I do.
Called me.
Oh, do you now?
When was that?
Mm.
Saturday?
Yeah, just the other day.
I was helping Johnny move, and then we're heading to a restaurant, which was awkward in itself because like we helped Johnny move, and then like I saw Dennis for the first time in 12 years, and Johnny's sister,
Oh,
one
yeah?
sister, for the first time in like 15 years, and then we went out to fucking lunch with all of them, and not Johnny because Johnny had to help his uncle move, so it was me with strangers basically in
Nice.
Chelsea. It was so good, and then David called
Okay.
and told
That's
me
weird.
all about Johnny was supposed to go, and then he just didn't. So we just went out to eat with the Bowie clan without him. But then David called me on the way there and was like, "Hey," and I was like, at first I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, my first reaction is like, one, something happened. Two,
Classic me.
Well, not necessarily something bad, but it's just like oh shit, like what could this be? Like, you know, is this another Corey Troy thing, or is this like something fucking like you know what I mean, or like something serious, like some family member issue, or like, hey man, I got crabs, like like I don't know, like it could have been anything.
Crawling all over me.
I'm itchy, and then you're just like, nah, man, I want you to meet someone. And I'm like, who the fuck could I like? You want me to meet? I was like, Anthony. I was like, is Jake back? I was like, there's Ian. There's a few people it could be that like that would know me, and like I would be like, oh, what's up? But yeah, I'll let you take it over, David, because it was just like I feel terrible because I'm not good with names anymore. My brain's
Oh,
fucking broken.
it's no problem at all. It's all good. Basically,
And she's gonna hear this, so I apologize.
yeah, she's a listener of the podcast, and she hunted me down like a little pervert, and decided she just had to have me. And she's like, "Who's that unfaced man on this podcast?"
I wanna
And
Oh,
she
that mystery man.
mystery meat.
and turned out she
Uh,
was quite the foreigner. I was like, "That's kind of hot. That could be good for me. I could have that." And that's pretty much it. And now she can't keep her fingers out of my ass.
Fair enough.
So
We've all had those
Oh, good.
moments.
Good
Yeah.
for you. Yeah, I mean, everyone wants a finger in their ass every now and then. Why not?
Yeah,
well,
sometimes
not
it's my own
multiple,
by
but you
accident.
know,
Sometimes I'm wiping the paper rips, you know? Shit
yeah,
happens.
little
Yeah,
accidental
sometimes,
wipe.
yeah,
I cleaned it
yeah.
off.
Man, I thought that was cool. I was like, oh shit. It like literally like
Good.
like Chelsea goes, your phone's
That's a
ringing.
smart move.
And I'm driving. I'm like, the fuck? It's like, oh, it's David. I was like, oh shit. I was 100% anticipating a thing be like, I was riding my bike, man, another fucking deer.
You know, that shit sucks so much, but like, still, how many people could say they kicked a deer to death
on a motorcycle.
on a motorcycle? I did that.
Oh my god, like fucking legendary. Hey,
I'm a monster.
all it took was a broken foot.
I didn't even break it. That's the thing. I didn't break. I just bursted all the capillaries from my basically like heel to my fucking back of my knee.
Yeah, your fucking leg looked gnarly and was swelled like a motherfucker.
It was purple.
I remember
It
you
was
were
fucking
like
crazy.
you're like coming like I felt so bad because we live on the second floor and shit. You're like hobbling up the
Oof,
stairs. I was
oof,
like,
oof.
bro. I was like, I can come to you from now on.
Yeah, the whole back of my shit was blown out. It was terrible, but I had to walk on it no matter what, so it didn't matter. Like I
Yeah.
had to. It wasn't an option to not.
Shit was gnarly. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, it fucking was.
Well, fuck. Well, this week we had to come up with a thing. My
Yeah,
brain's
Last second.
broken. Last second, we're like, let's write fucking movies
Yeah.
in less than 12 hours about either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I was like, fuck. I mean, at first, I was like, fuck. And then I saw the list of possible people, and I was like, that's a dope list. But
Yeah, it is a good
this is going to
list.
be a rough one. I don't know. This is like,
We're coming off the cuff with some of this. This is going to be off the top because I'm making a story.
Very off the cuff.
I wrote
Yeah.
literally pages. Mine,
Whoops.
I felt so weird. Like it was like when I saw the like I never think about it, but when I saw the list that you put, Adam, I was like, oh my god. And then I started doing the money calculations, and I had a cast, and I was like, all right, now it has to be themed around a holiday. I was like, how do I go about this? And then it was just, I loved it. But yeah, who wants to go? Go first. I mean, if need be, I can go.
You might as well go first if you got
I'll
a whole
go-
story. You
I'll
got
go
pages. I
first.
say just fucking rock it.
Yeah.
All right,
uh,
I'll tell you the
well,
cast
because
first.
David and I don't think we have anything.
It's all right. You can help me build the ending for because I got all the way to
There
about
we
the
go.
ending.
Okay.
So my cast for
Yeah,
this,
I spent my time making the graphic.
yeah,
so
you did
that's
a good
my-
job. I appreciate it because like I don't have Photoshop. I just have editor.
Editor.
So, dude, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
I've had like maybe 4 hours of sleep each day this week, and I've skipped lunch 3 times this week, not by choice because of work, but it's just like, ugh. I want either a new job or this to take off. Please help me, please. But no, okay. So cast wise, since we were doing the $15 purchase, I went with Brendan Fraser for $2, Matt Lillard
Did you
for
pull it up?
$1. Oh yeah. Let me pull it up. Good call, Adam, because I was totally not going to. Boom. Oh wait. Oh, can I? Oh wait. Hold on. There we go. I'm just not gonna have anybody on the screen, just one at a time. Okay, so I had Brendan Fraser, $2, Matt Lillard, Margot Robbie. Then I did Adam Driver, Aubrey Plaza. Went with Regina Hall, Damon Wayans Jr., and then Catherine O'Hara as my cast. And I was trying really hard to
Okay.
think like that's a solid group of people that would make an excellent movie.
A lot of people.
I know. I had to have a
A
big
lot of
cast
people.
for this film because it's set around Christmas time. And the movie I came up
Ooh.
with is Holiday Clue.
Holiday Clue.
Holiday
Okay.
Clue.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be a remake of Clue, but during the holidays.
All right, right on.
So it's going to start off
Okay.
with Brendan Fraser is finishing up a board meeting with a bunch of military officials when he receives an email, and he opens it up, and it's an invite to a Christmas dinner party. And he's like, fuck that, and just ignores it. Then he gets a text message, and he like looks at it, and with it is a bunch of pictures and documents, and he's like, what the fuck? And then it comes with a timestamp and a date and a location on where he is to go. So Brendan Fraser is picked up by a car out front of his house, and he's arguing with his wife, being like, look, I have to go. This is top secret military shit. I won't be home for Christmas. You know, blah, blah, blah. I tell the kids I love them. I'll be back. And he gets in the car. The driver basically tells him, put on a blindfold. You know, we're going to do this thing. And then it's just the, like, fade to black after he puts on the blindfold, fade, you know, up when he gets there. And the guy shaking him awake is a butler, dressed as a butler. It's Adam Driver. So Adam Driver's the butler, and he tells him like, hey, Brendan Fraser, for the night, your name's going to be Colonel Mustard. Never tell anybody your real name. Basically, like, he's like, you can call me the butler. I got an invite here just like you. I'm here to work, so just follow me, and everything will be explained at dinner. So he goes into the house in the lounge area, and he sees a man playing pool. It's Matthew Lillard, and he's playing with a female, Regina Hall. Am I saying, is it her name Regina Hall? Am I fucking it up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Regina. You good?
For some reason I want to say Rebecca,
Yep.
but that wasn't right. But
Does she look like a Rebecca?
yeah, she could.
No, bitch.
Then sitting in
No,
a chair. Sydney, your TV's leaking.
That's exactly what she
Yeah.
would say.
But then there's Aubrey Plaza sitting in a chair, just drinking heavily, like clearly drunk, and then Catherine O'Hara is just standing next to her, just talking at her and just telling her stories. And everybody like stops what they're doing when Fraser comes in. Fraser walks in, and then they resume their conversation. You know, like, who the fuck is this guy? Blah blah blah. Then Matthew Lillard's like over explaining pool to fucking Regina, and like whiffs a shot, and then she just fucking decimates him in the game, like right after that. And then she asks, you know, Brendan Fraser, like, do you want to play? And like right when he was about to answer, you know, there's a bell that rings, and then Adam Driver's like, all right guys, dinner served, come on, sit down. And then they basically all kind of sit down, and they see there's 2 plates at the table still, and they're like, well, who are those for? And Adam Driver's like, well, one's for Mr. Green, and then the other one is for the host. And yeah, they're like, who the fuck's the host? Blah blah blah. But then Mr. Green walks in. It's Damon Wayans, and he's just a cloud of smoke behind him because he was just getting fucking baked out of his mind. He walks in and just like sits down and like, you know, being a fool. because this is kind of like a dark comedy, like not necessarily like a full blown comedy, but kind of like I would say it's on the edge of horror. Like, but then Margot Robbie comes out to serve out the dinner. She's the cook, and she looks at Brandon Fraser and then like stares at him for a second, then looks down. So it's like the ooh, they might know each other type thing. And as they're all eating and stuff, and it's like uncomfortable silence, the TV turns on and a voice starts playing on the TV, and it tells them, "You've all been invited to this Christmas dinner to break bread and bring peace." Then he starts addressing people. He says, "Mrs. White, who is gonna be Regina, or Jesus, Rebecca. Fuck, Miss Hall. God damn, I'm fucking this up. Is Miss Hall, and
Ms. Hall.
and it basically says she's been busy. Uh, she has been basically robbing banks. And like there's a lot of evidence like that she's accidentally like left a money trail behind that's kind of fucking her over. Um, then he says Mr. Green launders his money at that bank, and basically like he's not going to get compensated for any of that money because it's under the table just in the bank. So he's basically been fucked out of a bunch of money by this bank that she robbed, and he's a drug dealer, so it's like you know, it's not going to be easy to get that money back. Oh yeah, Mr. Green is Damon Wayans. Then the Colonel Mustard, played by Brendan Fraser, has been selling arms to the drug kingpins and drug lords as like a side hustle to make money. And then it turns out the drug manufacturer is Matt Lillard, who's Professor Plum, and he's been just manufacturing the drugs for all the people. And then Miss Scarlet is played by Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza is like the booking person for corporations like that have been fronting the money and stuff, and she's just been forging the books and everything for like drug kingpins and all the trafficking and stuff. Like she kind of hides all that. And Miss Peacock, played by Catherine O'Hare, owns the bank that all of them happen to be banking at. Or it was her late husband's bank, and now she is the owner of it because he passed away. And then the guy over the TV, it's like his voice is masked, so he's like, every one of you has like a small connection, and it stands to say that all of you also can have like be caught by the FBI for all of your crimes because you've been so terrible at them. And basically he's just saying like, you know, these are the things you have. I have a gift for you to show in good faith. And of course, like they all receive a Christmas gift. They open them up, and they're fucking in them is a USB stick, and he tells them on the USB drives are all of the information that links you to the crimes that you're basically committing. And inside the boxes are also weapons. They all get a different weapon at random: candlestick, pipe, wrench, revolver, rope, knife. Then the narrator continues to explain. He's like, you all have caused someone in this room pain, financial turmoil, and guaranteed to have gathered evidence against another in this room. He also states that somebody in this room is not who they say they are, and they are an FBI agent. And he's asking if you can kindly solve the mystery of who is the FBI agent in the room. I will free you. Until then, the doors will be locked. And basically everybody, and then like, you know, everything kind of falls silent. Like the TV cuts off, and everybody's like, what the fuck is this? And the butler's just like, all right, well, now that dinner's done, will everybody join me in the study? Then everybody, you know, starts questioning him. Is like, hey, Adam Driver, what the fuck is this about? You know, and he's like, look, I'm just here as well. He's like, I'm here to just facilitate whatever need you have while we're trying to solve this. It's like, I literally have nothing, and nobody's telling their real name. Everybody has to use the code name. So one by one, they all start arguing and you know, talking and blah blah blah, and then they're holding like the USB sticks. Are like, well, fuck, why? Like, if we have all the evidence and shit, like, why don't we just fucking put it in? They put it in a cigar box and lock it. I'm like, fuck that, we don't have to deal with this. we'll figure out what to do with this later. And all the weapons are sitting around, and they're all arguing. Then the lights go out, and then you hear kind of a scuffle and a gunshot. Then when the lights come on, the butler's laying on the floor, dead. And they're like, what the fuck? So now they're trying to figure out, the revolver's laying in the middle of the room. Who fucking killed the butler? Who killed the butler, specifically, with a revolver in the study? Boom. We're making a Clue movie. And they're also trying to find out who the FBI agent is. So they decide to split up and look for a way out because they're like, well, fuck, we got to find out how to get out of here. So Brendan Fraser and Aubrey Plaza start searching the house for a way out. They talk a little bit, and then they bump into Hall and Wayne's. They can't find a way out either. And they talk, they're like, well, who'd murder the butler, and like, who the fuck could be the FBI agent? Like standard movie banter of like trying to figure shit out. Then they start heading back to the study, and they realize the butler's body is gone. And they're like, fuck, what the fuck? Like, where could he be? Like, he was, shot dead laying there. So they start searching for it, and Brendan Fraser's the main character, so we're primarily going to follow him. We go into the kitchen, and the cook is bent over with a knife in her back, dead. And they're like, what the fuck? And they bring everybody in there, and they're like, well, who the fuck could have done this? They're like, the dude's missing. We can account for 4 of us. That means it's either Catherine O'Hara or Matt Lillard that killed her, and possibly the butler. So they're like, well, let's go fucking talk to him. And they find him, and they're like, well, Catherine O'Hara's old, so it clearly can't be her. So it's got to be fucking Matt Lillard. And they're like, we're tying this motherfucker up, and we're going to interrogate him. And then they're like, all right. So they tie him up, and, they're questioning him, and a bunch of shit. Like, he's just like, I don't know what the fuck you want from me. And then they're like, all right, well, we're going to try and find this butler's fucking body. So we're going to split up into new groups and see if we can find him, like, what happened with this body, and see if he's actually dead or whatnot. Because he's like, I didn't fucking kill the butler, and I certainly didn't stab her. So they split into new groups: O'Hara and Plaza, Fraser and Hall, and Wayne's is by himself. So Hall tells Fraser she's a little sus of him because he's military, and he defends himself, and talking about how she's the real criminal, and all he's doing is just giving guns to people who are freedom fighters, blah blah blah, like trying to justify his shit. And then they run into Mr. Green, who's just laying like in the hall, like bleeding from the head, and the pipe laying next to him. And they carry him into the study. And then when they get in the study, they see that Matt Lillard is not tied up anymore, but hanging from his neck in the room. And they're like, Jesus Christ. And in the room is Aubrey Plaza just sitting there drinking. And she has a gun in her hand. And she's asking him, like, hey, stay the fuck back. Like, you guys are carrying a body in here. And he's hanging. So it's got to be you two. And then as like they're trying to justify and sit down, like, and calm the situation down, from behind her the painting swings open, and out comes the butler with a candlestick and just bashes her on the back of the fucking head. And like the gun just drops to the floor, and he picks it up, and he's clearly bleeding from his side and shit, and he just like throws the gun into the middle of the room and sits down. And like at that moment, Catherine O'Hara walks in and sees like all the shit that's going on and just screams. So Hall stands up and just slaps the shit out of her and just knocks her out with a fucking slap because she's like old and frail, And the butler then leans over to Brendan, like tells Brendan Fraser to come close and explains to him like, hey man, here's the key to the security room, and there's cameras in there. You can find out who did this stuff and then find a way out. And Brendan Fraser's like, okay. So that's as far as I got, like writing wise. What are we thinking, boys?
It sounds like a Clue movie. Sounds like something I'd watch. I wouldn't hate it.
I just
Yeah.
don't know where to go with it,
Well, I got one suggestion.
I like it.
Instead of Regina Hall slapping Catherine O'Hara,
Mm-hmm.
she does the old scream from Home Alone right in the camera's face, and then faints.
Oh,
Nice little callback.
all right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I like it.
I'm saying that'd be funny as fuck.
Face to hands, faint. Okay, so that
Yeah.
leaves the people that are alive though. Is Regina Hall. You got Brendan Fraser. You got Catherine O'Hara. Aubrey Plaza could be potentially alive, and the Butler was alive. And the Wayne's guy could technically possibly be alive. So like technically you only have 2 deaths. But I was like, man, I would just love for it to like my idea of like the way the ending would be perfect is like you find out like in the end the FBI agent was the Butler, and like all these people essentially were just like killing each other, and Catherine O'Hare runs the fucking bank, and she is the one that gathered all of them there because she's the main connection. Because she's like, no, my husband ran the bank, I just inherited it. But she's like basically a criminal mastermind, just being like, no, you dumb fucks, like I brought all of you here to fucking kill each other and get the FBI off my trail, and now I'm dipping out. Like that's the way I want the ending to be. Like Brendan Fraser being like, all right, well, I found the FBI agent, and she's just like, awesome, we get to leave. And then she's like, I don't know, just reveals herself as like the person who did it, or kills Brendan Fraser in the end. That'd be fucking dope. And she's like, killed him in the hole. You know, she'll say like, it was
Yeah.
Mrs. Peacock with the wrench in the hallway, and just drop it, like something dope like that. But yeah, that was the movie I wrote. And because it's Christmas, like I figured taking place around Christmas time could give it a Christmassy theme.
I like it.
Kind of like how Die Hard's technically not a Christmas movie, but it takes place at Christmas, so it makes it a Christmas movie.
It's perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, as soon
Yeah,
as
that's
how dope
yeah.
would that be to make a modern day Clue? Like I guess Knives Out was close, but Knives Out was like more of a whodunit
it's
film
similar.
and not like a dark weird comedy.
Mhm.
So, if I'm not mistaken, there's
Mhm.
2 new movies that were supposed to come out. There is another Clue movie that's on the way.
Ew.
That is on its way. They're doing a remake.
Let me guess. It's got Chris Pratt. It's got Adam Scott.
Well, I'm not sure. Ryan Reynolds is the one who's getting it set up. This is
Interesting.
this was his thing, and I'm pretty sure this is once again. I think this is his project as well coming up.
Free guy.
I think Ryan Reynolds and Macaulay Culkin were trying to set up a adult version of Home Alone,
That'd be dope.
where like the kid is not a kid and he has to basically escape the robbers, but it's much more like violent and crazy and insane.
I just think like I was like, man, I loved Clue as a kid. How dope would it be to remake it and like, cause like I've asked people at work, I was like, oh, you ever watch Clue? And they're like, no. And I'm like, dude, that's a fucking great movie.
I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it. That's one of those
Yeah.
cult classic movies, and
It's so good.
I know I love it, dude. That's an amazing movie. That's one of my favorites. That's fucking fantastic.
But that's why I was like, if to try and make a modern day version of it, you need like that, like a cast like that has like enough like you have you have modern day big actors like Aubrey Plaza, and you can have the throwback comedy people like Hall and Wayne's, and then you bring in somebody who could be the serious lead, like Brendan Fraser. I think is a perfect like military like leader looking dude, and then you know you could. Adam Driver, I think, is also a very underrated actor. Good soup.
You know, I feel like you're right, but I think that's also really important for him because I think people know how good he is in the like industry,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not oversaturating it with himself. He played Kylo, did his movies, did a couple like little things here that were more like a passion art thing that he decided would be cool for him. Did did 2 SNL appearances, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And he's still, you kind of get in that anticipation that the next time you're gonna see Adam Driver's name pop up on a movie, you're like, oh shit,
Like he was
fuck, it's Adam
great.
Driver.
He was great in that one where it's him and Channing Tatum and Daniel Craig and they're robbing the NASCAR
Yeah.
race.
What is it? It's
Yeah.
Logan Lucky or something. I think
Lucky
it's called.
Logan.
Logan Lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's reverse because I call
Logan
it.
Lucky.
Yeah, it's Logan Lucky. Because
Yeah.
every time I was calling it Lucky Logan, I was like, that's not the fucking
Yeah,
name.
that's a great movie. And Daniel Craig's fucking American accent in it is like one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Dude, he's a straight hillbilly. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
that's fantastic. Yeah, it's fucking wonderful. I
I
love it.
I was like, that's a Georgia boy if I've ever heard one. Like it was
Oh
just
yeah.
funny. But yeah, no, that was kind of like my vision of just like I think it would just be dope if we could get like a Clue movie around
Yeah, no, I
Christmas
mean,
too. Like I think it's just like it's all about context, and I think Christmas would be like a perfect time. Like think about that, like a perfect time for that movie to come out would be Christmas.
I'll take it whenever I can get it. Honestly, you can make it a summer release. Just I would love to see another Clue movie.
I just think like
I'd be down.
you set that time where it's like, oh, this is supposed to be family time, and then you're like, this is not family time. I think because I watched Ready or Not, and then I've been watching like those type of horror movies and stuff, and it's
You
just been
liked
really
Ready or Not, huh?
I
You
did. I
like that
like
movie?
that
Yeah, it's a
between
good
that
one.
and Squid Games, those are two things that I've recently like watched that I think will really influence my writing of just like no, it's okay. It's okay to go for the crazy like thing you weren't expecting.
No, it's very much like that. It's like don't those two things tell you very much. Don't be afraid to be weird. Just go ahead and
Yeah,
get outside the box, think of something strange, and just fucking do it.
cuz like I'm like fuck, man, maybe I should start writing more like I should just finish my fucking first draft of my screenplay by the end of the year cuz there's no real excuse. Like I could just do it. But I'm just a lazy piece of shit.
It's tough. It's
Instead
tough
of
when you don't
writing
know
all
where you
these
want it to
short
go,
films.
though.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, but if you don't know where you want it to go the rest of the way, it's hard, man. It's
Well,
a lot more detailed. It's a lot more personal. It's
there
not as
was like
easy as just throwing this together.
yeah, well, I did rethink the way my story, like my original screenplay was gonna go because I originally wanted to make it more of a supernatural it style, but then I was like, no, what if I based it more on like humans and make it more of like a perception, like well, not even. I guess there is supernatural elements because I make it so it's not as confusing and all this stuff. Like I had like 28 pages written, so I basically only need to get up to 90, and I was like. I rethought how to write the beginning of it so that it's more of a cohesive story because I read the screenplay for it and then I read the screenplay for Cabin in the Woods, two movies that I really dug like writing styles, and I was like,
God, Cabin in the
"Oh,
Woods.
this is
Another
why they're
weird
good."
movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Cabin in the Woods is
It
so
is.
funny because of what's his face in the beginning betting the two guys betting. It's oh fuck, what's that guy's name? He's in so many things.
So the one guy is if I'm not mistaken, the one guy he played um Dr. Dobek or whatever the fuck his name was from Step Brothers is the
Yep,
bald guy
he's
with
the
the
dad.
glasses. And then the other guy is the motherfucker from Billy Madison who played Eric, the one trying to steal everything from Billy.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember both of their names off the top of my head.
I'll tell you in a
But
second.
I can tell you their characters, but not who
Is
the fuck they actually are.
Bradley Whitford and Richard Jenkins.
Right, there it is. And Bradley Whitford is the Eric character, and
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, but it's just funny seeing the two of them in there. It's just like, God damn it, they're just so
It's great
funny.
because it's great because it's unexpected. It's like another one of those weird ones we watch. Like you remember Burn After Reading? Remember that fucking movie?
Yeah,
What a weird
Yep.
fucking movie that was. What a strange fucking
yeah. Brad Pitt.
random movie.
Brad Pitt just gets like is the jogger, and he's just like so into himself, and then just like that shit. I was like, the fuck? He's the main character. I thought like.
Yeah, that scene when he's in the closet and he just smiles and then it's over. You're like, what the fuck?
And what's his face is in? Hold on, John Malkovich is in that, isn't
Yeah, that's the one who does it too. Is John
Yeah.
Malkovich? He's in his house and just bow, fucking takes him out. I was like, okay.
he? I fucking love John Malkovich. But yeah, no, yeah, that was my idea of a movie. Like, I'm sorry if I over like went hard with it, but I just was like, I got so excited.
I mean, I would have wrote more too if
That's
I wasn't
fine.
like super busy and had to come with this off the cuff. Like
No.
I've just been in general, just as you're talking about your story, I was just kind of like revamping mine in my head. I was like, I have these characters and roll with it. I didn't even add any extra characters. I'm barely. I'm just like, okay, how do I make a story with these people and keep this bitch contained?
That's where my brain went. I was like, I had a large cast, but like like as soon as I picked the large cast, I was like, what would be a perfect movie? And I was like, Clue. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, again, this is all for shits and giggles. Like, I just, you know me, I'm a creative fucking outlet writer, bitch. Get in
Right
my
on.
bitch ass,
Just a little bitch, little
just
bitch.
bitch. So who wants to tell me a story? Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Adam, are you ready, or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna click out the lights, make it sexy.
Go ahead.
All right, you want me to go ahead?
I just something tickled my brain here.
All right, let it
Here,
tickle.
I gotta look something up.
Let it marinate.
Let it base.
Yeah, let it marinate.
Yeah,
Well, you
baste it,
tell your,
marinate it,
story.
baste it. Cook it at low temps. Let it get tender.
Love me tender.
All right, so right now I'm just gonna simply say I don't have a title, but we'll just call it Thanksgiving. I went with a Thanksgiving theme, thought it was easy.
Wishbone like the dog.
Yeah, just like the dog.
And there aren't many Thanksgiving kind of themed movies, so
Yeah, so I figured, fuck
good
it, why
on you.
not? Yeah, I figured I'd go for it. It's gonna be more of like how do I call it, a com-dramedy. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's my term, but dramedy,
Comrama.
com-drama,
Rom-com.
dramedy, whatever. It's gonna be a drama and a comedy kind of. There's gonna be some serious moments and there's gonna be some giggles
Mm-hmm.
because my cast is going to start with Steve Carell for $5, Paul Rudd for 4,
Let me get that
Adam
list
Driver for 3, Margot Robbie for 2, and Wayans Jr. for 1. Little Damon Wayans Jr.
There you go.
Like I said,
Love he's getting all the love tonight. Love it.
He's a
yeah,
good actor.
he's funny, man. Especially the movie that he gets
He's
no
very
respect for
funny.
that nobody seems to like was Let's Be Cops, and I fucking love that movie. The movie's so funny.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I
so
put
funny.
him.
It's not fair that that movie got like no love because that's
Yeah.
fucking comedy gold.
What was the other comedy he did where I just remember the box art was somebody being handcuffed and it was like or wait, oh, didn't he do one with Adam Sandler?
Who, Damon Wayans Jr.?
Was that the one? Was that one of
Are
is
you
that
thinking?
one?
I think you have the wrong guy. Are you thinking of Damon Wayans Jr. or Damon Wayans?
I might be mixing him up
I
with
think
it.
you're thinking
Because
of his dad.
yeah,
I
because
think I
the
am
movie
mixing him up because like
the
Damon Wayans
movie
Jr. was in New Girl. He was in Let's Be Cops. He's younger.
no, I
yeah
know.
I
I
think you're
think
thinking of the
I
old.
think I
Was
just
it Bulletproof?
yeah,
it
it's
was
bulletproof.
bulletproof. I
That's
mixed it up
exactly
in
what
my
he's thinking of.
brain. He looked
Which let's
he looked young.
let's go ahead and shout that movie out.
What's his
Great
son?
fucking movie.
It's his son.
I know
so
that's
it's
what
okay.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
They look similar, man. Broke my brain for a minute.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
You never know. Let me see that paternity test. Let me
No,
see
he's
your
definitely
finger.
definitely
Yeah,
definitely a Wayans. Definitely a Wayans.
yeah.
It was bulletproof. You right.
Absolutely, and that's a fucking great movie. It even has fucking what's his name? It's Scott Conn. Is that the one? No, Scott's the little one. Who's Scott Conn's dad?
No, James.
James Conn. That's it. Yeah, it's got James Conn in it.
James Caan, yes.
Everybody loves little ass James Conn being a little white old asshole.
Jep Swenson.
Great.
Sorry, I didn't mean
But
to divert you. I just got like as soon as you said that,
well,
I
now
was
you were
like,
like,
fuck.
yeah, that movie where they have handcuffs. It's Adam Sandler. I was like, whoa, dude, that movie's like probably before Damon Wayans Jr.
Yeah.
might even have been born yet. But
This is my brain though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like Wayne's and then like I see him on the cover.
I mean, still good call though. I love that movie.
Yeah.
The movie's fucking awesome.
Good callback.
That's what I do, baby.
But we'll go forward here. Oh shit, where were we at here? All right, so I guess the opening of the movie, I'm gonna have just some shots rolling through a house. It's gonna be a nice house. Think of something relatively large. Think the like a Kevin McAllister type house. Go Home Alone on it. It's nice. The way they had that same like camera angles when they were viewing through the house and showing all the kids running around and fucking causing a fucking scene and acting nuts. Think of that, but there's no kids. This house is basically empty. But there's gonna be like a constant little like banging noise in the background. What the fuck is that? You don't exactly know just yet, but you're just gonna hear like a banging noise. Like, what the fuck? And then as you're going through the house, you're gonna see family pictures, and the pictures you're gonna see are gonna be of Steve Carell, a woman who's yet to be named and added because I didn't pick an actress for her, Paul Rudd, Adam Driver, and Margot Robbie. And every now and again, you're gonna see pictures of Damon Wayans Jr. mixed in with the kids because Paul Rudd, Adam Driver, Margot Robbie, and Damon Wayans Jr. are all gonna be siblings except for Wayans. He's gonna be friend of the family. So you're gonna see him in pictures, and then it's gonna creep up the stairs. And as you get up the stairs, you're gonna hear that banging a little louder. You're gonna start to hear some huffing and puffing, and you're totally gonna pan in on Steve Carell in a close-up shot of him just definitely busting a nut in a bitch, just fucking giving it to her. And that noise you're gonna see was the fucking headboard banging off the wall. So after he rolls over off her, there's gonna be like a short conversation between him and this woman who turns out she's just one of the ladies down the road. She's like, "Oh, it's too bad, you and your wife got a divorce, but I guess lucky me because I got to come over and have this." He's like, "Yeah, it's a great time. I'm gonna go shower and I guess you can go home." He's just this is where he is now, man. He's fucking bitches, trying to get over his divorce. The easiest way for him to get over someone is to go ahead and get under somebody else. So he's living that lifestyle. In between them, we're gonna cut to him downstairs looking at his phone and his calendar. He's like, "Oh my God, Thanksgiving's coming up. I need to call the kids and start getting this rolling." Because basically, at this point, mom, who is divorced too, I don't know who I'm gonna have play her. I couldn't fit her in the $15 anyway, so we're just gonna go ahead and say that this mystery actress woman is
Phoebe
now
Cates.
sure. Phoebe Cates is on a fucking tropical island. She is in Bora Bora, not interested in her family, and she's fucking a cabana boy. That'll be a deleted scene. And then after we get to that point, we're gonna see him shoot out some texts, get some answers, and one of the first ones he's gonna send out is to Paul Rudd, who currently lives in LA. I'm basically gonna set this movie here. Probably, I'm gonna put it somewhere weird. I'm gonna say this movie takes place somewhere on the eastern area of Ohio. I'm gonna put it towards almost like right between Ohio and PA. You know what I mean? Right
Mhm.
between like Pittsburgh and Ohio, where
Pennsyltucky.
it starts. Right in that ballpark. And there'd be like a slight reason for that coming up. But it's gonna take place there. And Paul Rudd's gonna be like, "Oh my God, is it Thanksgiving already?" Because now Paul Rudd basically has become the successful son who lives out in LA and has a more high paying job. He's living the nightlife. He's hanging out doing everything else, but to the family, he was the youngest son slash runt and loser. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe I'm gonna go see my family. I guess it's about time." And then, I don't have a whole lot going for that scene. I could do a bunch more, but like I said, this is coming off the cuff.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have him basically packing his shit, get ready to go. Boom. Adam Driver gets a text, and he is going to basically, funny enough, yell across the hallway and say, "Dad, I'm right here. You don't need to text me when you want to tell me something." Also, he's gonna say, "How was Mrs. Jones from down the street?" He's like, "Was that awesome?" And of course, they're gonna have like this weird fucking banter about how that was an awesome lay and that he can't wait for him to fucking make his Thanksgiving dinner and for them to play their normal Thanksgiving football game across with the family across the street. It's like a little backstory, little thing they've been doing for a while. So they're gonna get into a conversation between Adam Driver and Steve Carell about what's he gonna invite Margot Robbie, because right now Margot Robbie is currently in a long time relationship since high school with Damon Wayans Jr. and Damon Wayans Jr.'s character and Margot Robbie no longer talk to Adam Driver's character. Adam Driver is currently the coach of his old high school football team that he played for. He was the captain, he was a receiver, and his other slot receiver that was running with him and everything else actually was Damon Wayans Jr. And Margot Robbie was the cheerleader on the sideline because I'm going to make sure that all these kids are only about a year apart.
Mhm.
So they all went to school together. Paul Rudd was actually the loser towel boy for the family because he has no athletic ability, which is why he was able to get his more like high paying whatever type of job I'm going to give him in LA, where he's some type of like analyst or something, some nerdy shit like an accountant. But
Like an
we'll
agent
get
for people.
could be I didn't want to go agent because I hate the movie Grown Ups, and I was like, yo, fucking the goddamn agent play. Same for
Mhm.
like Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. I was like, no, it can't always be an agent. It's got to be something slightly different. But we'll say he works for somewhere big, makes a shit ton of money, has no real life outside of it. But he makes his money. He does his thing. And as they have that conversation, he's like, well, of course I'm going to invite your sister and her husband obviously I'm not just gonna let them starve on Thanksgiving, and I'm sure they're gonna want to see you. And of course, he's like, yeah, I don't want to see them, and he moves on, gets himself together, starts heading to work because we all know football coaches for high schools, their day doesn't start until about 3:30 p.m. So he's gonna go ahead and get his shit on, head to the field. In between them, we're gonna have Paul Rudd land. We're gonna have Margot Robbie show up with her husband, but as Margot Robbie and her husband are showing up, we're gonna show them in kind of not the greatest place. They're having some issues. We're not gonna get into the issues yet, but they're kind of just bantering back and forth and not really making a whole lot of sense.
Hmm.
And that's where we're gonna get into this like drama part where they're just something's going on, but we're not gonna know what just yet. So as that happens, they get into the house. They kind of cool it off, put on the fake smiles, see Steve Carell, give him the hugs, give him the kisses, get in their old room. They're hanging out, waiting for the day, and they're kind of anticipating Adam Driver's character coming home. Paul Rudd's going to get there before everyone else. He's just going to happen to be the first person who shows up, even though he's the furthest person away. Going to show up, get inside there. Paul Rudd's character is basically, because he's now so successful, I'm going to have him kind of critiquing the house, even though the house is large and nice.
Hmm.
He's going to be like, ugh, just so rural.
Plain.
It's so boring. You know, in LA, we don't do it like this. In LA, we do this. In LA, we drink this. In LA, we eat this. This is gonna be his constant fucking thing.
Dad, where's
Where
the
he just,
LaCroix?
yeah, he's just gonna keep going with that shit. He's just gonna be this little fucking snob dick, and that's gonna play out. Of course, Adam Driver's gonna get home. He gets home. He wants nothing to do with Damon Wayne Jr.'s character and Margot Robbie's character. He just kind of walks in, gets in his little room, shuts the door, goes on about his shit. I'm thinking I'm gonna place all this the day before Thanksgiving, so I can just lead right into Thanksgiving itself.
Hmm.
In between them, we'll have some flashback banter of what happened between Margot Robbie and Damon Wayans Jr. and how they got together, and just kind of basically have Adam Driver's character be very, very cynical that one of his friends is fucking his sister, obviously.
Yeah. Bitter boy.
So, yeah, he's bitter about it. Thought his best friend wouldn't fuck his sister. Boom, fucks his sister. So, we'll cut to, and of course, most of the time, if anybody does get into like those touch football games and things like that during Thanksgiving, it's well before dinner. So we're gonna jump right into the football game where it's whatever family across the street didn't write that, didn't figure that out. I'd like it to be just a funny cast. Whoever I pick for that, I need it to be genius. I need it to be really good because I want to have some like real ridiculous back and forth banter between the families.
You could
Just
do
going at it.
oh fuck, who's the dude from Holy Moly, Adam?
Fuck is holy moly.
Rob Riggle.
Rob
Oh,
Riggle.
Rob Riggle. Oh yeah, Rob Riggle's. Oh, holy moly, the fucking mini golf game.
Yeah,
Then
dude.
yeah. No, I love Rob Riggle. No, Rob Riggle could definitely get some love in this movie.
He's like the best. He'd be the best neighbor dad because he'd just be like, like, just fucking such an asshole.
Oh yeah, and he's massive. It'd be great to watch him fucking get the shit talking going with Steve Carell and their families in a football game. But we'll have basically the same, almost like slightly nuclear family thing. We'll have a couple boys, a girl, blah blah blah. They'll go at it. Steve Carell's family is gonna blow him out of the water, but the only reason they really blow him out of the water is because Adam Driver's character with Damon Wayans Jr. are gonna kind of start to have that click and connection of being back on the field again, playing with each other, and it's almost gonna be like nothing's changed, nothing ever happened, everything's good. And as that happens, it's gonna be like just a really cohesive moment, which this will be like the middle end of the movie,
Mm.
and everything's cohesive. Steve Carell's feeling good. He's watching all of his kids fucking back in action. They're not fighting. They're having a good time. Sees that his son is talking to his daughter and best friend again. But all good things have to end. Once they get back in the house, something is going to stir. And the stir that I want to put in is Damon Wayans Jr. and Margot Robbie are going to start getting into a little bit of a fight because the whole reason they have their drama that's going on and why they're back and forth so hard is they keep trying to have a kid and they try to get pregnant, but they just can't do it.
Mm.
So she's gonna take a test, gonna come up negative. She's gonna fucking snap. She's gonna be like, "Why the fuck can't I get pregnant?" He's gonna be like, "I don't know what your problem is, but it's not me." And they're gonna start fucking bashing heads and shit.
What's your problem, bitch?
Exactly, and it's gonna lead right down into the dinner table. And once that starts, Adam Driver's character is going to be the first one to notice them fucking getting into their little, passive aggressive conversations at the table while everyone's trying to eat and have a good time. And then we're just going to blow it up from there where Adam Driver says something to not Paul Rudd, sorry, says something to Jamie Wayne's Jr. character about, hey man, why don't I just calm down, relax, like, whatever's going on, I'm sure you guys can fix it, it'll be fine. And Jamie Wayne's character's gonna be like, you haven't talked to me in like 10 years. Now you want to tell me to relax? Like, no, dude, I don't think so. I haven't even talked to you in this long. We're not friends anymore. Just because one good game doesn't mean everything's the same and back the way it used to be. He's like, I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting out of here. Of course, Margot Robbie's gonna be like, oh fuck him, leave, whatever. And then him and Damon Wayne Jr. between Adam Driver and them, they're gonna have a little argument. They're gonna spat. Not a big deal. Wayne's dips out. When he dips out, I want Paul Rudd to be like, you know, could have saw that coming, like that. And everyone's just like, shut up, towel boy.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. Shut up, nerd.
It's like,
Once that happens,
why do I even come
I'm
back here?
I'm thinking the only real way to make it happen is Margot's gonna go upstairs. She's gonna take another test, find out she's actually pregnant. She's gonna want to tell him, but doesn't know how. But
Mhm.
Adam Driver is gonna be the one to take the first step, and he's gonna go actually back to the high school because Damon Wayne's gonna be hanging out, having some drinks, trying to figure out life, just sitting on the field. And one by one,
Sitting
they're
at
all
the 50-yard line.
exactly. They're all gonna make it to the field. They're gonna have some fucking heartwarming moments. Steve Carell's gonna break out the dad speech, so on and so forth. Everyone's happy. Now you got a kid. Everyone's back together. And Paul Rudd talks about opening whatever type of business that he's doing out there, somewhere over here where he can sucker a bunch of idiots into paying him more money for
Dude,
his job than he gets
he's
in
either
LA.
a software security person or a lawyer.
Something like that, whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly what he's gonna do, but he's gonna like, you know what? I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to see my family. I think we can push on and do something a little bit better for me where I can still hang out with everybody, especially if I'm gonna have a nephew. So on and so forth, things get fixed, and now you got your fucking Thanksgiving drama comedy movie. That's about it for now until I get to
Bro,
fully fledge something out. But it was quick off the top of the head.
I dig it. I totally thought you were gonna take it super dark and have Steve Carell kill himself. Like,
No, and you know what? I'm not ashamed of that idea or anything. Like I would totally go it that way. But once again, I was trying not to put everybody in their same roles, especially because that would have put Steve Carell right in the like Little Miss Sunshine role again. And I didn't want him to have that. Like I just want Steve Carell to spend most of the movie just fucking. Like that's. I just want people to just see him just pounding ass. They're like, wow, this guy's getting it.
Love it.
the only way you can make it better is if the lady down the street made the Thanksgiving dinner for everybody and
Oh
then went back
yeah.
home to her family.
That would
Yeah.
be fucking hilarious.
Like she comes over and like is like getting the turkey ready for him, and then like he's just fucking her in the kitchen while everybody's asleep, and she's just like trying to be quiet, and then she goes back home, and
She
then
just ends
everybody
up
thinks
in
he
a
cooked it.
give her like a weird situation like what's her name? Was it Lauren Graham and fucking Billy Bob Thornton and fucking Bad Santa?
Yeah, she's like,
Just kind of give it one of those weird moments or some shit and just have some weird shit going on in the kitchen.
I just think like what an obscure way of making it really weird. Just have
Yeah,
it banging in the kitchen when she's making the food. Then she
it'd be pretty good.
fucks on back to her family. But yeah, I dig it. I think you could I think oh man, what would be a good title for that? Then like
I was like, this is just Thanksgiving at the moment. I don't know what the fuck else to call it now, but I'm sure there's a name I'd come up with. I just had to come up with something off the cuff, and I feel like the name is usually the harder part. And since I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on this, I just did whatever I could.
Turkey Day in Green Bay.
Yeah. I'm changing the position. We're going to Green Bay. Aaron
There you go.
Rodgers is gonna make a guest appearance. I'm like, I fucking hate
No, he
the
won't.
Packers.
He has COVID.
All right.
He's not as cool as that other dude. 157 miles per hour to 127 miles per hour.
Yep.
Cool guy. But
I
yeah.
don't even know how you get going that fast, to be honest.
Bro, I've been out in Vegas. It's like there's wide open roads, but like what kind of car was he driving?
I think it was like a Corvette or something.
And how did he survive?
don't know.
Everybody else
Freak
died.
athlete.
You know,
It's a freak athlete.
literally, didn't everybody else die?
No, the person with him just had serious injuries. Did not die.
But the other people did.
I think it was only one. Well, I guess technically 2 deaths because a dog died as well, but
Yeah.
I think it was just the one
The stripper
girl and her dog.
and her dog. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know if she is actually a stripper.
I don't think she was. I don't think she was.
I think Eric said that, and I got so
Eric
thrown
said
off.
that because he's a dick.
Yeah. Fucking Blarick. I like it.
Yeah.
Football, am I right?
Football.
Yeah, you know.
Oh man. Yeah. You can call it the Rose Bowl or whatever takes. What's the football that takes place on Thanksgiving?
I mean, like, that's
What-
just a
There isn't
Thanksgiving
one.
Day game.
I mean, Turkey Bowl.
Wait, what's it called?
Oh, you call it Turkey Bowl?
Turkey
You
Bowl.
call it a Turkey Bowl?
The Turkey Bowl. Anyway, sorry. I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh, football, Thanksgiving. Dope. Anywho, Adam, let's hear it, man.
Okay, I actually just came up with 2 movies right now.
Oh, you do? Dude, that's awesome. Because, like, I saw you type it away, and then I saw you have an epiphany moment, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker just stumbled on something gold.
I thought I had a brain blast. Double space it. Another quick one.
Little brain blast.
Yeah.
Let me load up this.
Now I don't have titles or casts at
Well,
all.
fuck it.
I
Like,
just typed this out. But I will say Bobby Moynihan will be featured in both of them.
hey,
Nice.
he should be in more movies.
And would suggest the drunk uncle character, but that's negotiable.
I don't know if you can legally because it's probably owned by fucking SNL at some point. So he'll have to be
Well,
the
you do
drunk
something
neighbor.
very similar.
Yeah.
You don't have to be drunk uncle, but that same character does not. You don't have to call him drunk uncle. You give him a real name.
Frank.
He's the same guy. Anyway, all right. Real rough stories here.
That's all we want, baby.
We'll do this the second one I came up with first because it's very short. I don't have too much details yet.
Lay it out, buddy.
All right, it's a heist type movie. Okay.
You know I like him.
This whoever the main character is, maybe Bobby Moynihan. I don't know. He is going to try to steal the first wishbone from the first Thanksgiving that's on display in some museum in like Plymouth Rock. Okay. So he's trying to think of a way to do it. He's making a crew of guys that he's gonna get his team together. They're coming up with some kind of ridiculous plan to break into this museum to get this wishbone that is highly guarded for some reason. It's a fucking bone. Anyway, they finally decide on whatever plan that they want to do. They plan that they're going to do it the day before Thanksgiving. They're going to take it that night before Thanksgiving. So whenever like the local news goes to this museum to show it and stuff, like, oh shit, the wishbone's gone. Okay, our biggest attraction for this museum,
This is all people
Fucking
came
gone.
here for.
it's all gone. Yeah. Don't ask me why, but this is why it's there, I guess. So they steal it, right? They're trying to sell it now. Now they're trying to sell it on the black market. They finally find some guy that's like, you know what? Yeah, I want that for my private collection, my private Thanksgiving memorabilia collection. So they meet with him. He's going to buy it and stuff like that. Eventually, I find out it's a fake. Okay, the wishbone is a fucking fake. The real wishbone they keep in a hidden location, which is where the actual first Thanksgiving was, somewhere in Virginia. And that's kind of how it ends. He gets bamboozled into stealing a fake wishbone.
I just like him. All
Sounds
the
great.
things he could fucking rob. He's like, Wishbone. It's perfect. And then he's
He
like,
has some kind of connection to it. I don't know what it is,
it,
but
it,
he's got some kind of
how about
connection to this wish.
it's his family were like some of the first people to come to America and started Thanksgiving type of thing. And he wants to,
Hold that fucking thought,
yeah.
because that's my next movie.
Oh my God. The first Thanksgiving?
Yeah, yeah. It's the first Thanksgiving.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, these two brothers that are, at the first Thanksgiving, right? They are, they're the ones that get to break the wishbone. Okay,
Oh, is it the Laurence
so
fucking brothers?
oh, fucking A, could be, could be. Anyway, they're at the Thanksgiving, right? They're gonna break this wishbone. The more handsome brother, if you want to call it that, he gets the big piece.
Joey.
He gets all the luck. Sure, let's call him Joey. Um, he gets the big piece, right? And the other one is who cares? Doesn't matter.
He gets a little shit
The
piece.
cast doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's just a little runt guy, maybe a little fatso. I don't know, whatever. Um, it breaks. They go through this little montage thing of showing, um, that the handsome brother with all the good luck. His lineage is like movie stars and shit like that. They have all this success and fame and all kinds of money.
Hmm.
And it goes to the other one. They're a bunch of drunkards and losers. They're working in a factory. They're spend all their money at a local bar and just living terrible lives, right?
Shoveling shit.
Yep, and that's kind of filters through into like present day. So now their lineage is still the same. You still have the one side that is uber successful, the other side that is you know um, they suck.
Yeah.
Their life sucks. Somehow I don't know how this whole thought comes together, but the one that's having the bad life, he kind of figures out that their lineage, their family's bad luck, directly translates to this wishbone at the first Thanksgiving. So now he is going to try to convince the
They're gonna break a
other
fucking
side.
wishbone, aren't they?
Yes, they will. He's going to try to convince them to have a Thanksgiving meal with the join the families back up to bring them together.
Oh my
And
God.
it goes through the whole process of trying to convince him to to join together, and he like harasses him and that kind of thing. Eventually they do it. They're having dinner. It's super tense. They're fucking fighting and all that kind of stuff. They get to the end of it. They're going to break the wishbone. Guess what? The losers win this time. Now their luck changes. They're
Oh my God.
skyrocketing. The other guys are homeless. They're down in the dumps. I think that's kind of how it ends.
I love it.
That's great.
You have to have it so like
Yeah.
the people who did the first one are just the same actors that end up being the main actors. Like so
Could be.
they
Could
look
be,
like their
ooh,
great grandfather, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just them back then with
I mean,
like the outfit and the mustache or something.
they're just dressed as pilgrims.
Mm-hmm. It'd be so
That'd
fucking
be
funny.
great. That'd be fucking fantastic.
Jesus Christ, I
And it
love it.
just shows them in different like costumes, like as the decades and things
Yeah, just
roll along.
different costumes. They drag like they have to go drag like because 1 year they're women, so like which is like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
fucking tennis player or some shit. The other one's like working in a fucking factory. Like, oh God, I would
Yeah.
die. That's a fucking genius movie.
I
Make
just
it.
don't know the cast. I know Bobby Moynihan, and that's about it.
I mean,
Keeping Bobby fresh, keeping him in the fucking game. I like it
Gotta
though.
keep him in him. Gotta keep him in there.
Don't see him enough.
Oh, he's pretty good in Mr. Mayor. If you have not seen Mr. Mayor, it's pretty
No, I don't even know what the hell that is.
funny. It's got
Mr.
him,
Mayor.
Ted Danson. It's on Peacock. I think it's like an NBC show.
I think you told me
Peacock.
about it. It's pretty good from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
2021
Ted Danson is like,
sitcom.
Well, fuck, dude.
yep, it's pretty new. It's
Jesus
not bad.
Christ, Adam. You took two great. I mean, if anything, what you do is you make the that second idea where they steal the wishbone, the sequel where it's
Yeah.
the one that was the winners that lost in the end are trying to steal the wishbone, the original wishbone back to try and gain their luck back. That's
Maybe.
how you do it. But God damn, dude.
Oh, not get it back, but it's maybe the losers trying to steal it from. I can combine the two. Here
That's
we
what
go.
I'm saying. You
Maybe the
gotta
heist is. No, keep
Wishbone 2
them
Electric
separate. Two
Boogaloo.
separate stories. I gotta feature the dog.
Oh, I mean, no, that's the
It's
thing.
Wishbone.
You have to get no, you have
Yeah,
to
I gotta
have.
have. Hey, it's Wishbone.
I was gonna say,
He's the family pet.
yeah, but like I think that would be so funny. Yeah, it's the
That's just a
dog.
nod to the show.
It's the dog dressed like that looks like Wishbone, but they don't call him Wishbone. They call him Turkey. So you can have it. So you can have Wishbone and not have to pay the rights to Wishbone, but you just call him Turkey.
I don't know.
It'd piss everybody off because they'd be like, "What the fuck? That's Wishbone." Oh, dude, what a fucking genius left field movie. God damn, I love how your brain works.
I don't know how that came
You
in my
heard
brain, but
you heard my story,
Inspiration
you heard
struck.
David's fucking dramedy, and you're like, I got it.
I gotta
Wish-
go way out there.
I fucking
Wishbone.
love it. Dude, I think we all wrote some phenomenal movies. Adam wrote 2 off the top of his head, so I'm just saying. I think if we were really
I wrote
commit
2
to
in
writing
about
movies, we
8
could do it.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. See, we're the people that should be in those movie rooms, those
Oh,
executive rooms, spouting ideas.
I got a great idea, but I haven't written anything before.
It's the one you've been saving since we did Day at the Movies. I remember you have it in your
No,
notes.
it's not that one. This is the new one. This is a new
Jesus.
one.
Keep adding to your phone notes. We're just gonna have fuck
Came
it,
up
man.
with it. Oh, I do. I don't have a book by the time I'm done with this. I could just publish it as short stories.
I mean, well worth it. We'll call them movie ideas. A Day at the Movies. Ideas from men. Well, fuck yeah, boys.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Day at the movies for men.
Just for
Ideas,
men. I don't know.
ideas for men.
I'm just a man with an idea that took days to write.
The whole
book.
fucking, the whole fucking cover is just one
Oh.
title. It just keeps going and going. There's a picture.
Dude,
Nothing else. Just
I
words.
mean, you can't tell me you wouldn't pick up a book like that just to be like, what the fuck is this?
I'd absolutely have to see what it is. If I just saw a bunch of words on a cover, I'd be like, the fuck is no?
But
this
it's like a
can't be
full-blown
anything.
sentence. The name of this book is a fucking paragraph. Like, goddamn. Well, fuck yeah, boys. Like, honestly, I think we truly need to start getting publishing rights for some of our movie ideas. Just saying. But yeah, let's see. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, maybe even share. Hell, maybe even ask to be on.
Yeah, help me cast my movie. I don't have a cast.
That's
you
true.
have to feature Bobby Moynihan.
How should Adam spend $15?
Our next movie?
Yep. Well, 13 because Bobby is in it.
Yeah.
So you got to spend the other 13.
Fair enough.
I think for our
$13 plus Bobby.
next movie, we're gonna just write a plot, comment the cast. That's what I want to see.
You know what we should do? We should do something weird.
What's that?
We should all
Well, get weird.
let's spend $15, right? And let's all decide on a movie's like kind of like plot, but then somebody's gonna write the beginning, the middle, and the end. Like one person writes beginning, other writes the middle, other writes the end.
But
and let's see if we can make something cohesive out of it, or let's see if we just write a fucking train wreck.
so we all get the characters.
Oh, it'll be a train wreck.
That's the point.
So you're
That's
saying like
mostly the point.
telephone a story is what you're saying. So somebody writes the characters from the beginning, and then you get to read what they wrote, and then continue it, and then somebody reads what you wrote, and then continues that.
Yep, just jump it off.
I like it.
See if we can piece something cohesive together.
I like it. I think if we're doing that, we're going like crazy. We're gonna have to have a very diverse cast.
Yeah, and I'd like to see who gets the middle and decides to ruin it and just kill like 4 of the 5 characters or something. And then Bill kills
Yeah,
himself.
it'll be I get it.
Remake.
Yeah, like, I get it. There's literally one person left. I'm like, I could have sworn we had like 5 actors in this.
The
Uh,
sole
How about you
survivor
choose more
was.
people?
But I just make the rest their ghost, baby. Loop loop. All right, well,
No,
fuck
it's
yeah.
just Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
Will Forte. He hasn't been in any of our lists.
Love that show. Love
I
that sh- well,
I just like Will Forte a
we
lot.
forget about him sometimes.
I like MacGruber.
He was great in Beer Fest.
Yep.
I just think he's always going to be one of my favorites because of the sex scene in MacGruber is one of the fucking most disturbing things ever. It's amazing.
That's the best.
More disturbing than Team America.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Team America.
Have you seen the
fucking-
unrated version of MacGruber?
Yeah.
Oh my god. They added literally 7 minutes to the sex scene just to be fucking annoying and funny. I was like, that's clap.
Yeah, but it's also really hard to watch giant bug-eyed dolls being pulled by strings that pile driving each other.
I don't know. I remember watching that in theaters and just giggling to myself.
Oh,
But-
I absolutely laughed. Don't get me wrong, but after a while, I was like, "This is a very long sex scene, and shit's getting weird." These are just
Mhm.
dolls bumping nothings. They're just fucking smacking pieces of wood together.
That's genius. Shit, yeah, mates. All right. This was Just Another Day with
David.
Adam?
Elliott. We'll catch y'all on the catch side.
The show has ended.